Welcome to the Spirit School podcast. My name is Danielle Sarank, also known as the Squamish Medium. I created this space to inspire lightworkers to go from fear to clear and get connected to their sacred abilities and spiritual practices. I love supporting women through the creation of their heart-centered spiritual businesses in a way that lights them up and aligns them with their purpose. I am passionate to share all I know about the journey to becoming a professional psychic medium, mentor, and coach for the developing lightworker and spiritual entrepreneur. Through interviews, honest stories of my adventures, and lessons I learned, I hope to empower, inspire, and uplift you and get you excited about your life again. Welcome home. Hello everyone, and welcome to a bonus episode of Spirit School. So this is a weekly forecast, which I typically only do weekly forecasts on my YouTube channel, which I will link in the show notes because some of you may not know that I have a YouTube channel as well. And so as part of my newsletter subscription, I give my newsletter subscribers a weekly spirit messages. And so on the podcast, you get the monthly one. And what happened was I recorded it and the video would not save. It was the most bizarre tech issue that came up with QuickTime Player. And so what I'm having to do is record the audio portion of the weekly spirit messages and post it to the podcast sphere so you guys get an extra bonus episode this week. And the reason why I didn't want to refilm it is because, one, I shuffled the cards back into the deck, but two, I don't know if you can redo things like that. Like, I thought it was a very positive and powerful week, and after months of kind of more forewarning weekly energy forecasts, I was really happy to share this one. I was actually excited to share it. Usually I'm pretty nervous before I share the spirit messages because I just pray and hope that they land with the audience that's attracted to listen to them. So I felt it was important. So I'm kind of going outside of my typical podcast posting schedule. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Do not mind the sound quality, as I am recording it straight from the video, because if I close the video, it's gone forever. So I just want to capture it, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And I got a lot of DMs too about the December energy forecast. So I'm so glad it resonated with so many of you. That's why I keep doing this. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. So I'll just pull in full cards here. All major arcana cards. Holy crap. So we're coming into some good stuff this week, okay? Some good stuff, huge opportunities. You got the lucky number 7 here. Again, Black Border is like the major arcana in his oracle deck. Triumph, victory, whatever you have been trying to pursue, whatever you have been trying to come into fruition, you're going to start moving forward on that ASAP. So look for that to come. And again, for some of you, you're going to be really working on planting the seeds for 2021. So of course, we're coming at the end of the year. We're going to be entering some deep reflection. We're all going to have crazy stories when it comes to 2020. I don't know how much vision boarding we're going to be doing for 2021, but Spirit is calling us to really start planting the seeds for what we do want to come into fruition for 2021. So I know for myself, I just actually hired my second virtual assistant. Well, she's not super virtual. She lives here, but I hired my second assistant because I'm going to be launching the initiation a couple times next year. I'm going to be running a couple more of my big programs. So I need some big support. So planting the little seed was reaching out to one of my people I've been considering for my new assistant, because I already have another one. And they said yes. And that's how I'm going to be planting the seed. So I'm taking action towards what I visualize bringing myself in 2021. So it's not just dreaming. It's not just writing down. It's actually taking action steps towards doing the thing. So for some of you who may be wanting to switch careers, do something for yourself. It's not just writing down this week, this is what I want. It's actually taking bold steps towards that dream. So maybe for you, it means securing your business Facebook and Instagram and web domain. It's as simple as that. If you do register a web domain, please keep track of the date and time, because you can actually run your business astrology chart based off that. So go see Oath Oracle or Soulshine Astrology if you want a business astrology. Both of them are amazing. I will take them both below in this video as well. And then the other card that came up again, Major Arcana, transformation, right? Like, how beautiful is this? This is the, butterfly coming out of the cocoon. So I know, we're heading into the cocoon when it comes to December and winter solstice and all this stuff. But I feel like so many of us are emerging from our dark night of the soul. I feel like the past 2-3 months have been dark night of the soul central. And this week we are starting to feel the emergence out of it. And so Spirit is really calling us to reflect on what we've encountered, what we've come through, but not overdo it, because you don't want to get cycled back into the energy. But we do want to reflect with loving and kind eyes and look forward to 2021 with planting the seeds, taking actual action towards things that you want to come into fruition. My God, guys, another black border. We got Major Arcana, third eye. So this is Spirit coming through saying, you know what you want. Right? You know what you want. You can visualize it. This is actually a really good clairvoyance exercise that I do when I get people asking me psychic information. So they'll be like, well, this guy, will I marry him? If I could clairvoyantly vision it, if I could visualize it, like in my imagination center, then yes, it's in the energy without a doubt. But there have been times when I'm like, I just don't see it. And that's what I'm saying is like, I can't actually force a vision on it. So I know it's not going to come to fruition. So think about that and how that may apply to something that you're trying to bring into fruition. Okay. So try to think about that. Like, you have this dream. Can you sit there and daydream about what your life's going to be like, what your pursuits are going to look like, what you're going to feel? If you can, it's totally within your realm of potential, right? And so use that clairvoyant exercise to kind of get your own validation that what you're dreaming and what you're calling in is something that is meant for you, and it is. Another black border. You guys see me shuffling these, right? Like, there's red, there's blue, there's purple. This is the Hope card. So number 17, Hope. Like, look how beautiful this hand is. This is actually a Reiki card for people who are like, oh, do I sign up for Reiki? This is your yes. But this is also Spirit telling us all is not lost. Things are actually going to be getting a lot better. Things are not going to be the same as they were before. That will never happen. But things are going to get better. And if you can come at this with a really hopeful heart, you're going to be so incredibly ready for what's coming in 2021. I'm not going to light wash it. I'm not going to say it's all going to be perfect. But Spirit wants us to prepare. Has that not been the message, like, week after week after week? Like, let's get our mindset right. Let's get our, dispositions set up. Let's plant our seeds and dream big, because what's coming is only going to be as good as we're preparing for it to come. So some people sit back and wait for the good to come. Some people start taking steps towards that good. Spirit here is asking you to take intentional steps towards that good, right? And so, yeah, you just got to keep dreaming. You got to keep taking actions forward. Don't lose hope. If you needed a little bit of hope in your life, this is it. You can see my little pup. She's finally laying down. She's so cute. She's probably going to sleep this whole time. So hope, third eye, transformation, patience, triumph. Freaking heck, it's all here. Okay, let me see what else I can bring up here. I'm not a great shuffler. So Spirit gives us the accelerated motion card. So this is a beautiful card. This also reminds me to, I had a time in my life, this is what Spirit's bringing me, where I was so busy. I was like so busy, because busy was glamorous, and being busy was, it meant I was doing things and I was important and I was purposeful. And I remember feeling so lost, and my career was going great. Everything was going great. And I remember Skylar saying to me on my drive home one day on one of my commutes, he said, if you never look up at the sky, you're never going to see eagles. Because I was saying to him, why don't I see eagles anymore? I used to get eagles all the time, and hawks. And he's like, well, if you don't ever look up at the sky, you're never going to see the eagles. And just as I looked up at the sky in my car, there's 3 eagles kind of flying like overhead. And so this card is a representation around that story, that like you need to look up every once in a while. You need to look up at what's around you. You need to pause, come into the moment. Like I'm always blown away when I leave my house and all the mountains everywhere. Everywhere I look, there's a mountain view where I live, and it humbles me. And if I walked around all the time, I went for a walk this summer with my friend, and all the flowers were in bloom and everything was just so lush, and I'm like, ah, and she's just like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you're missing everything, you're missing it all. So this is Spirit's message for you to look up, look out, look out, be grateful for what is around you, right? Even if it's barren trees and you see this evergreen just standing there so powerful, go give gratitude to that evergreen and you will receive more beauty like that. So don't forget to look up. Don't forget to take in your surroundings. Okay, so I was like, what can we leave you with, Spirit? And they gave another purple card, Passion Ignited. This is the one card. This is New Beginnings. Though this is not technically the New Beginning card in this deck. There is a deck called New Beginnings. But it's going to be a passionate week. This is going to be a week where you guys are going to get super clear on 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, 5.0, 6.0, it doesn't matter what version of yourself, but there is a new version of self being born, a new version of self coming to fruition. So don't ignore the passion. What are you passionate about? What could you have so much more of in your life should you have the time, financial freedom, energy, health, wellness, mindset? What if it all worked? What if it all worked? What would you do? How would you spend your time? Who would it be with? Think about these things and allow the passion to come up from within, and know that, this week, guys, this week is completely set up in your favor. Completely set up. So, December 21st, winter solstice, it's a very powerful time. Veil is super thin. Also, great conjunction. I can't speak to this great conjunction. I actually just reached out to my friend Mystic Linz, mystic.linz, because she's an astrologer and she just knows so much about the Great Awakening and all this stuff, which that's not where I typically go when I'm researching or doing things. I'm always like, what's mediumship? What's prayer? What miracles have happened lately? Like, who has seen angels lately? That's the kind of stuff that I'm always looking up. But she talks about the great conjunction coming on December 21st. So people are talking about the solar flare or the solar flash or whatever. But what they're really kind of all saying is that come this winter solstice is a time of great change forward movement, right? So I think that was one of the cards for accelerated motion. So this is going to be an optimal week for you to get really clear on what you want to call in for 2021. And not only like crystal clear, but starting to take action towards what you want to do. Don't let your excuses get the better of you. Don't let another week slip by where you do F all. Don't let another week slip by, because you just even doing the smallest things towards your dreams, let Spirit know that you're for real. And your dreams are not wasted. And your highest potential is something that you actually want to achieve. I think it was Oprah that said her biggest fear in life is not achieving her highest potential. And I agree. I think that's one of my biggest fears as well. And so the energy is right for you guys. Now, if you have a bummer week, don't blame me, okay? This isn't for everybody. This is going to be for sure those who are attracted to watch this Spirit message forecast. But for those that have just been like following along, doing the work, Spirit has been leading us to this place since August. I know since August. They make me feel since the beginning of August. I don't know why August 10th is coming to my been leading us to this moment. So if you've been doing the work along the way, big things are coming. And if you haven't, big things are still going to come for you too. And it's never too late to start the work. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Spirit messages. It's definitely a positive one. I would say I'm more excited about this one than any other one that comes in. And, we're heading into winter solstice, heading into a new year. And I just have so much hope for all of us. So there you have it, the weekly energy forecast. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the bonus episode. Please forgive me for the varying sound quality between the 4 different audio files. Not my brightest shining moment when it comes to the podcasting, but I did feel it was a message that I know is going to land for so many. So I hope you enjoyed it. Do share it if you did. If you're interested in getting the weekly spirit messages, click the link in my show notes here and it will take you to the newsletter subscription, and this is where I share the weekly spirit messages so that you get them on top of the monthly ones. And I hope you guys all have a fantastic week, and I will see you next week for another Spirit School podcast episode.